Yes, welcome, greetings. It is day 16. This is awesome. Let's get cracking. All right, today is entitled Choose the Change. We're talking conditions, decisions, conditions. Are your conditions governing your decisions, or are your decisions governing your conditions? Basically, your emotions that govern your choices and your reactions. So it's all about your choices. Even when your resources seem scarce and you don't think by any means possible, your resourcefulness is unlimited and is especially maximized if you act like your life depended on it. Amazing what you can get done when threatened. All right, we often hear people talking about being the change. So let's look at that. Today's inspiration pretty much comes from Tony Robbins' teaching and also a bit of Dean Graziosi. Now, when it comes to affecting your change, Tony Robinson came up with basically 3 S's. And it's your story, your state, and your strategy. So let's look at these 3 things. First of all, your story. Your story is the story you tell yourself. It's basically your why. And it could either be the excuse why you're not doing something, or it could be the very reason of why you just have to. Number 2, your state. Your state is your current emotions and how you think and feel. And those can be governed by your physiology, basically the way you hold yourself. That's why they say stand at superhero pose. And basically, if you're lacking confidence before you're walking into a meeting or something, you stand at superhero pose where your shoulders are out, your chest out, your hands and your hips. You'll find your confidence will grow with it, which is quite often when we go to the seminars, a lot of the guys will get us jumping up and down in our seats and bouncing around because they know that our state will change when they change our physiology. The other way is your words, especially the words you tell yourself. Okay, you're in a dialogue, you're in a conversation, because that will dictate what your story is. So the 2 are interlinked. The 3rd S is pretty much self-explanatory. It is your strategy. Okay, it's your plan. It's basically your recipe for the change that you want to see. So that's basically the 3 S's from Tony Robbins. But he also went on and spoke of, in all circumstances, you have 3 decisions that you face. Number 1 is, what are you going to put your focus on? Are you going to be focusing on your outer controls or your inner controls? Are things out of control or are they in control? I love the analogy there of outer controls, all the circumstances, or inner controls, stuff inside, stuff that you do have a control over. The 2nd choice is, what meaning are you assigning to that which you're focusing on? Where you're putting your attention? Do you see it as this is a gift or a curse, the end, or is it just the beginning? Are you blaming how better things were in the past instead of aiming for the success you want to see and be in the present and the future? Thirdly is, what are you going to do next? What is your next action? Is it going to be procrastination, or is it going to be taking inspired action and moving towards being the change? I seem to like calling your action to making lists. So here is 2 lists. Basically what it is what was your old story? How did you see yourself? What was your limiting factors there? And then once you've done that, I want you to make a new list of what is your new story and what empowerment do you have now? What's your new story that you're telling yourself? What are your abilities? What are your freedoms? Where's your empowerment? I've done the list as well, and quite a lot of stuff. I'll just give you one of each. My past story was I was a pleaser and I was always seeking outside acknowledgement and acceptance. Whereas now my new list, now I've realized that I please self, and all my acknowledgement and all my acceptance is mine to give myself. All right, have fun with making those lists. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace out, much love.
The Big Cigar.